Hello everybody, Maven here, and today we are testing out the brand new Pro Memoria machine gun, which is the first of its kind. It's the first ever 600 RPM machine gun, and in this video we'll be testing it against the 450 RPMs, which as you know is the king of machine gun archetypes, so we can see if these 600 RPMs are going to be the real deal. I got my hands on the absolute god rolls, and let's break it down. Hope you enjoy. So there are 3 Pro Memoria God rolls that I tested out, but I only grabbed one screenshot, which just so happens to be the one you're seeing right now, which is Hatchling and Dragonfly, and that is what I believe to be the best ad clear roll. They're both precision-based perks, but if you do land those precision hits, you're going to get those Dragonfly explosions as well as a Threadling. Cannot go wrong. It's going to be pretty strong for ad clear. And where it definitely shines with ad clear is the ammo that it has. I believe with one reserve mod it holds like over 450 ammo, which is a lot. And you know, the 450 RPMs can do the same if they had field prep, but you know, this is a different archetype and it can hold quite a bit. So if you're doing like easier content where the ads are really squishy and gonna die to a machine gun in a couple shots, you're gonna get a lot more ad clear potential out of a 600 RPM like this as opposed to the 450s. So that's where it really shines. But don't you worry, we will test out the DPS of it later. Anyways, the other ad clear roll that I tried out, which I actually preferred personally, was Demolitionist with Frenzy. I did try that out in a Strand clip, but I just wanted to put Prismatic on the screen so you had something cool and new to look at. Didn't really use the abilities, but I just still wanted to have it there on the HUD for you. But now I wanted to compare that against something, so we're using the Marcato 45. I could have used a better ad clear machine gun like the Unwavering Duty or like the Commemoration because it has like subsistence and killing tally, you know, but I wanted to be fair and test it out against another Strand machine gun because, you know, the Pro Memoria is Strand. So, you know, what is the better Strand machine gun? And the Marcato just hits so much harder. You saw how fast we shredded that Major. So the roll that I'm using on the Marcato, which I believe is the best roll, is Demolitionist with Golden Tricorn. And since you're going to be using it for Strand Synergy on a Strand subclass, I have Grapple. And you know how easy it is to proc Golden Tricorn ×2 with grapples, especially on Strand Hunter with double grapples? You have 7 seconds to get a grapple punch kill, which is basically free, and then suddenly your gun's doing 50% more damage for 11 seconds as a 450 RPM, whereas our 600 RPM had no damage perks whatsoever. So yeah, the Marcato's hitting so much more harder and you're just gonna get more bang for your buck even with a little bit less reserves. But now what about DPS? How do these 600 RPMs hold up to the 450 RPMs? Well, here we got the Song of Your Youth with Reconstruction Bait and Switch. Like I said, I didn't grab another screenshot of Pro Memoria, but I promise you it also has Reconstruction and Bait and Switch, and that's what we're going to test out. So let's go up against Carl here and start off with the Pro Memoria. As you can see in the bottom left of the screen, we got Bait and Switch, which is a 30% damage buff. And it's doing about 6,000 to the crit, shreds Carl pretty decently. But now let's move on to the Song of Your Youth. And I could just be, as the kids call it, coping, but it does look like it's hitting a little bit harder, over 8,000 to the crit as a 450 RPM. But now we're going to have to do a side-by-side comparison just to make sure. So let's just do it proc bait and switch, and as I suspected, the Song of Your Youth zooms noticeably ahead of the Pro Memoria. So sadly, the Pro Memoria does not win for either ad clear or DPS. So I'll show the clip of the Demolitionist Frenzy roll while we do the outro here. I just wanted to say I'm just thankful to have a new archetype in the game. It's really cool that Bungie keeps creating new things like this. And you gotta like lower your expectations of new things and not always expect every new thing to be the new best thing. Just be thankful that the game is getting more and more variety in it, and we have more things to play with and more potential for the future. That's what you gotta think about. But if there's one thing I'm curious about with this machine gun is if it's gonna be the new best archetype in PvP. I don't know, man, those 450s, they 4-tap. Like, it's gonna be tough to compete with that, but you know, it's more of a spray and pray type of weapon. If you're not the best of aiming, it may be the best PvP option if you like machine guns in there. But as always, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. And that is gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Final Shape gameplay will be dropping daily on this channel, so make sure to subscribe if you are new, and drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video.